Once upon a time, there was a man living in a village. This man was extremely lazy. He did no work at all. He was utterly idle and worthless. He was always on the lookout for opportunities to find food. One day, while wandering in search of food, he came across a fruit orchard. He started thinking about stealing fruit from that orchard. So, he went inside the orchard and climbed a tree. But suddenly, the owner of the orchard arrived and saw this man climbing the tree. The man yelled at him to come down. But this lazy man got scared upon seeing the owner and refused to come down. Then the owner went inside and came out with a big stick. Seeing this, the lazy man quickly climbed down from the tree and began to run towards the forest before the owner could reach him, hiding quietly in the woods. After some time, the lazy man emerged from there. While he was making his way back to the village through the forest path, he spotted a fox. This fox had only 2 legs, and its other 2 legs were broken. It was crawling through the forest. Seeing this, the lazy man wondered how this disabled fox could still survive in this dense forest. It cannot run, cannot walk. How does it manage to find food for itself? And how does it protect itself from other animals in this thick forest? Just as the lazy man was thinking this, holding a piece of meat in its mouth, and it was approaching the helpless fox. Upon seeing the lion, all the other animals fled, leaving only the disabled fox behind. The lazy man, to save his life, climbed up a tree, and then what happened left him astonished. The lion dropped the piece of meat in front of the fox and walked away. Now the fox began to eat the piece of meat. The lazy man was astonished to see this. He felt happy seeing the plan of the Almighty. He thought to himself that God must have a plan for everyone. And if he has a plan for this fox, then surely he must have a plan for me too. So, the lazy man saw a big tree by the roadside and sat down under it, thinking that surely someone would bring food for him too. He waited at that spot for 2 days, but no one came to bring him food. When he could no longer bear the hunger, he set out in search of food himself. While he was walking along the road, he met an elderly man. The lazy man said to him, "I am hungry. If you have something to eat, please give it to me." The elderly man then offered him some food and water. After eating, the lazy man told the elderly man, "You won't believe what I saw 2 days ago. I saw a disabled fox in the jungle that the lion was bringing meat for to eat. I thought that God must also have a plan for me, but instead he showed mercy on that fox and not on me, as no one came to bring me food, and I had to go in search of it myself." The lazy man asked the elderly man, "Why did God do this to me?" The elderly man smiled and said, "It is true that God has a plan for everyone, including you, but you have misunderstood it. He did not want to make you like the fox. He wanted to make..." Friends, this story teaches us that if we look closely at our lives, we will realize that life is full of lessons, and every moment has a deep meaning. That lazy man saw the fox taking help and thought that the fox was just sitting there waiting for good things to point. But he forgot that the fox was helpless, whereas we are not like fox. We are not helpless and powerless. The Almighty has given us the ability to work just like that lion. We also have our own strength and capability to change our situation, but for that you need to make efforts and be active. Only then can you become like that lion. So if you want to share this story with others, please like this video so that YouTube can reach it to more people. And if you enjoyed the story, do subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time with a similar story. So be patient, be grateful, and move